Hello, I'm Caroline Voaden.
And I'm Martin Horwood.
And we are both MEPs for the southwest of England and Gibraltar. And we're here in Strasbourg this week having a coffee, and we thought we would just have a bit of a chat about what's going on with Brexit. So we had two big votes in the House of Commons last night, Martin. Tell us a bit about what happened and where we were.
Well, of course, there was the vote on the principle of the bill, the second reading, and then the vote on the programme motion, the timetable for it, where Boris Johnson was trying to scrunch it into this very short timetable without proper consideration. And I think it's been watched here, as in the UK, with this sort of mixture of horror and confusion.
Yeah.
And part of our role is just to explain to European colleagues here what on earth is going on in the UK.
And it is quite confusing what's happening in the House of Commons. You've got 10 years' experience as an MP, so out of our group of MEPs, perhaps the one who is most familiar with what's going on.
Even I don't understand it all, so yeah.
But it seemed to me that letting the bill go forward to second reading stage was a way, possibly, of chucking in a load of amendments to change it, and then suddenly they wrote back, some of them swapped sides, and they said, we can't ram this through in 3 days, it's too short, we need proper time for scrutiny.
Yeah, and I think Boris spotted that. He spotted that, you know, there was the possibility of introducing a people's vote, maybe making other changes, and so he's paused it, or actually in effect pulled it, to try and stop those changes being made by Parliament. So not really Parliament taking back control as we were promised at all.
And the crucial thing is that he has sent that letter to Brussels, because we had Donald Tusk and Jean-Claude Juncker here yesterday telling us about the council meeting, and they said the letter has been delivered, we have the letter. They don't care that it wasn't signed. So basically the ball's in this court now, isn't it? About
Yeah, absolutely. It's down to the Council of Ministers, which is all the member state governments meeting together, to decide whether they give us an extension, how long that extension should be, whether it will allow time for maybe a general election or a referendum. And that's obviously our ideal, that we have time for those votes to take place.
And we feel quite confident that we're going to get that 3-month extension, if not longer. So one of the things we're doing here as MEPs, which feels, I don't know about you, but it feels to me like it's quite an important piece of the jigsaw, is working with our European colleagues to try and get messages through to heads of state who might be sitting in the next council meeting or being phoned up by Donald Tusk, presumably. And
I think one of the things we've done ever since we were elected, and almost just by being here, we're showing that opinion has shifted in the UK, that there's a very strong body of opinion who want to stay part of the European Union and see huge advantages to being here, and trying to communicate that means we need that longer extension right now to give us time to shift opinion and to have that people's vote.
Absolutely.
That's really important.
And I think they really have seen that from our work, that the conversation has changed. We've brought people out here who voted leave and have changed their minds. We've had physical evidence of people who've said, we don't want this to happen. So fingers crossed, there's still time to stop Brexit.
Absolutely.